I'm glad I'm out here. Because the thing is, I know the ticks are out and about, but the thing is, I have to be out here. You know why? Because this life force energy, guys, I'm going to be integrating it in a little bit, but first I was going to promise myself to make a podcast about something. Okay, like, you realize this existence is what we shape it, and if we shape it into something like this, we realize we shape it good, it goes with us so much better. We shape it, egotistical and a little far out, not togetherness. See, if it was fully together to put all the scopes in it, make that priority. If we're get down to whatever it takes for us to realize what's that holds the most importance, is putting others and being there for others. And the thing is that it's all on the function of this function. So if we can't go into all this, we're really not fully all with it, or all knowing of what it is. That's why every enlightened master knowing that there's way more aspects to it than previous concepts, In all the states of this world, whether you want to look at it or not, everything that's talked about is based off of the real fact of what is experienced and is. The inside is just as well as the outside. If we have a sickness, we're affected by it, it's real. That is a feeling. Alright? Now, outside, good feeling, that is also something that is affected by it. And we realize these things not just to be, more cohesive with the awareness of what we all hold. We're not just too far away from the degree of taking it all back. When I look at everybody around me, seriously, they're like 50% with what they are. They show it, say 50% of the time or less, or you know what I mean, but it's not fully there. And if it was fully present in there, your brain would never tire. Your brain would always go. Your brain wouldn't have that down function, you know what I mean? And it'd always be up and up, and I think that's called the cat yuga or whatever, and there's different yugas or something I heard, and where you live, like into the golden age where you'd live a lot longer, just because of your genetics and everything that you're with, it changes the whole grid line of what this existence holds, So it is malleable in that sense. It's all of our own co-creative beliefs anyway, which polarize this world to be dualistic, because it wasn't this way. If it is in harmony of a planet, that dualism doesn't exist. All your time and energy is into that function of the good, so your body absorbs more of that and in tune with that, has less suffering, less, it doesn't have disease, and then it doesn't die. See, if everything didn't have that disease, we would totally be out of that characteristic of what we're currently living in. I mean, it is getting worse and worse. They're trying to prevent this from happening, and why? Is because something to do with the population, but it's not even nothing to do with it. I mean, this planet, they know that it can hold all life, holds millions of trees. It's just us, how we correspond with the situations, and how we are, are we going to correspond with this situation and be intertechnology and all this, or are we going to just pull everything aside and just make that one thing that destroys ourselves, rather than coming back to this and holding this strong? Because it's not like seriously, if you have no oxygen on this planet, you don't breathe, you don't have life. That's where my energy comes from, my life, you know what I mean? And your life is maybe not on that scale yet, because I'm seriously willing, I'm willing to do this, but otherwise I'd be on a wavelength much more simple, like not really getting that in depth, which I didn't need to, right? But you choose to, and you choose to do certain things, and whether you integrate your energy to the life function, which enhances your life function, or do you want to, because it's hard to get through that. If you're already polluted and stuff a little bit, it is hard to move through the purity, because it's an intense thing. It's the truth. Your pineal gland get activated, you realize the truth that you have all these capabilities outside of yourself, the sensory field that you perceive and sense of all the time. And the thing is that we all go to our own pace of your function. So that's why I don't say rush it, Whenever you get that feeling right in a day, all right, notice that. Take note of that, of who you are, of what you do when you do in that function. And then that function becomes more dominant function rather than the function.